What's the fish, Geoffrey? So I'm just checking this now, this plate, to see if it's nice and flush around the model. So a bit of tape there, a bit of tape there, a bit of tape there, a bit of tape there. A bit of tape now everywhere. Okay. So in the earlier live streams, I completed the light. Basically I have the light all intact, all glued together. I've got it wired up. We've got these wires going through the model using iodide, well, an epoxy glue rather than the hot glue, because the hot glue, if you can imagine, when you squish it in, the wires, the glue becomes quite thin, and the hot glue when it's thin is weak. So it depends on the thickness of it. The epoxy is much stronger. So what I'm going to do now, I've already done it there. I'm just cleaning around the edge of the model here, and I'm going to apply bits of tape, the double-sided tape. So when I go to place this plate onto the model here, I need to make sure that the plate matches the perimeter here on the outside. So I'm going to do that now. The very first time I done this, when I attached the stainless mirror plate, I used epoxy glue, but this time I'm not doing that in case I ever need to repair this model in the future. So here we go. I'm going to start cutting these strips. I'm going to focus on the curves. I'm not going right round the whole thing. With double-sided tape, there's no point. Just as I say, if I want to take it apart in the future, it's handy done by just sort of prising at one end, and hopefully the tape will let go. So we're going to keep our lip here now. I'm going to cut a lot of bits of tape. We'll cut this clean first. So I'm not going to make them any wider than maybe about 10 mil at most. So once this is done, I'm going to polish the plate by hand a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to stick the plate on. So we're going to start here at the side. So obviously I have to keep these bits of tape on the inside. So we'll try and, let's set this down this way. We'll try and work on the corners first. So a bit there. Maybe I should keep it to the corners. Like that. Okay. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing there, right? This tape is very, very thin. I think it's, what is it? It's 0.2 of a mil actually. So I should probably cut up part of these first, and it would speed things up. We'll just set them on the model there maybe, or on the bench. So I will be demonstrating this model in about 15 minutes completed. So bear with me, it will not be long. And then I have to repair another one maybe in a few days' time or next week. We'll see the crack, we'll see how things go with other projects. I want to get back to my e-bike and stuff. I also want to get back to my research. So we'll cut a number of these, maybe about 10. So I don't want the tape coming past this edge on the inside, because you would see it in the mirror plate. So I might need to trim a couple of these again. We'll see the crack in a minute. We'll take them down to about 8 mil maybe, or 7. So one there, perfect. Going on to the next one. We'll put one here. We'll put one every couple of inches. There we go. Right, we'll turn her up onto her back now. So I haven't checked the light since. Have faith and all that. I'm going to place a bit. So this tape is clear, I should point out. Crystal clear. And in the future, if I need to strip this again, I hope I don't. I don't think I will this time because we're using the right power supply and stuff. The last power supply I used was off a Sony Ericsson phone. It's from 1990. So we're cutting this strip a wee bit thinner for up here. Right, now going round to this side. I need to be careful with the model as I turn it. We're going to put a bit on here too. So just before, there's two things I have to be really sure of here. I need to make sure there's no dust in there, so I'm just going to use my mouth. I'm going to blow it out. And then we're going to polish the plate, and we're going to put the plate on it, and we're going to put the feet on it, and we're going to plug it in. So we'll cut a couple of bits more here, and then we'll see how this goes. So I was only meant to be doing one live stream today for this, but it took longer than I thought. By the time I got the LED light started, got it wired up, got it placed on the actual base here, just took a wee bit, you know. So I'm going to put a wee bit here too. And another bit at the other side of the wire. And finish this off with two more bits, and then I'm going to keep her, get her put together even. We'll put one more here, sure. Will we? Why not? Make it stronger. Just cut it a wee bit thinner. Cut it square at least, Jeffrey. Just one more here. Okay, so I'm ready now for the stainless plate. But before I do that, I want to make sure, right? I have to make sure that the stainless plate is polished. So I have already polished this side. So I'm just going to move I'm going to bring these pieces of paper over, right? So there's two things I need to do here. If you've watched the earlier live streams, you will have seen me, the length I went to polish this plate, to make sure that it was immaculate, and it is. So when I get this into view here, I'll get everything into view. So the next thing I'm going to do here, right, before we're going to further, is I'm going to polish this plate one final time, and then I'm going to put my gloves on too. I need my gloves on for this, I think. I don't want my fingerprints in it. I'm going to look at the model, and I'm going to make sure that there's no dust or anything. I'm going to get this wee fine brush, and I'm just going to give it a wee poke here and there. And blow it around my face. No, not my face, my mouth. What am I on about? Right. I'm not going to focus on cleaning this. This is covered in polish. I'm not going to focus on cleaning it until I have it on the model. So here we go. Just giving this a final polish, making sure there's no dirt on it. So you'll probably be able to see me there, and you'll see the phone, how clean it is. I'm doing the edges too here. Okay, so that's good enough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set this here, and I'm just going to look at the model one final time. But what I could do is I could remove all them pieces of tape first. So I'll need the scalpel. So making sure they're tight, and we're just going to lift all these wee bits off. Hopefully they come off easy. So bear with me a minute there, remove these. So that's one. I don't have any nails to do this. I don't think nails will be much use, to be honest. Two. So putting the stainless plate on here, I need to be accurate. Three. So you just won't be able to see the adhesive now. Might just use my bare hands to put it on, you know. Just hold the edges off the plate. Okay, so 5 more here. I'm going to just turn her up on her end. One more, and I'm going to put this plate on. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to use gloves because I just want to get the feel of the resin model. So I'll have the plate in my hand and I'll bring it up close. And basically I'm just going to guide it with my fingers. So here we go. I'm just going to look in the inside first. I'm just going to do the final clean. So see around the fish here, there's wee white bits, dust. I don't know where they came from. It's hard to get everything out of there, but static and all that. I just want to get a look at the side. Give it a wee clean here now. Okay, I'm happy with that, I think. I think. I'm not going to rush it. So here we go. Right, so I have the plate polished. I'm just going to grab it at the edges and not, obviously I'm not going to touch the inside of it. So let me just set the camera up a wee bit better here. So you're not going to see projects like this anywhere else. I can promise you that. So here we go. Just taking my time here. There we go, people. Finally, I have the base on the model. So I'm just going to turn it down to their side here. And I'm going to put my gloves on. So what I'm ready to do here now is attach the feet again. Well, new feet. And then we're going to plug it in and we're going to see what it looks like. Need my gloves. I don't know where I'm with them. They poke it. I just want to give it a wee harder squeeze here. So obviously the haters aren't going to like this model. It's too pretty for them. So making sure it's nice and flush. And it's stuck the whole way around. So that's it, everyone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring the phone up close. I need to watch the fishing rod. I'm going to give that plate a polish, and then I'm going to place the feet on it, and then I'm going to plug it in, and it's going to shine like a diamond. Right. Wee quick polish. There's already polish on it. So there's the standard of my work. And I can tell you now, it's a tricky wee model there to build. You have to be careful with the wee fishies now. So I'm going to attach the feet here now. So obviously we're going to need one of these at each corner. We don't want to place this model down onto a table to scratch the mirror polish plate that I have created there. So I'm just going to give it a wee final polish. And then we're going to stick the feet on and we're going to plug it in. We're going to turn the light off in the room. So why am I leaving it so perfect inside and out? Because it's me, it's just what I do. I take pride in everything I do. But some people just don't like that. So here we go, first foot. The corner here. So if you probably can tell what these are. So we're going to put one over here. We're going to try and keep them sort of, not too, keep them square. Square enough. So I can still shift that plate a wee bit. That's grand, I don't care, because when you turn it up onto its end, that's just my fingers. When you turn it up onto its end, you can, when the weight's on the plate, it will stay in the future. It's just because it's sitting at an angle there. So third foot, going to try and keep it sort of looking in line with the other one. So these are really important to keep this off the bench here. We don't want to mark the stainless in the future. So the final foot, we're going to keep it sort of, what I just lift it up and look down on it. So we're going to put it, anywhere. There we go. So that is the model complete. I'm just going to give it a wee wipe and then I'm going to plug it in. And we're going to see how pretty it looks. So, as I've mentioned, not going to see anything like this anywhere else worldwide. I can promise you that. So there we have it. Model number 1 complete. So I'm going to plug it in here now. Donna, if you're watching, I hope you like it. I hope it's back to its original self. Just going to shift the plate over a bit here. So there we go. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to just put the fish back in the bucket. So I had extra fish printed out and they go in this bucket. So Donna's dad was a fisherman. And that's the idea. So here's Donna. Dad, he had an African grey parrot. This is to mimic water. And all the fish are sort of coming up to down it underneath into the center. So here we're going to plug it in there now. So we're going to use the battery pack first, the battery pack that I created earlier on. It should give a wee blink here, hopefully. There we go. So if I turn this on now, the whole thing should light up. There we go. It's looking absolutely beautiful. So I'll turn the light out. I can also go through a couple of other settings here. So if I push this plunger that I have made, it will set it down to a lower setting. You can see the light bouncing off the fish. You can see the fish bouncing off the mirror plate. I can also have it in that mode, which I probably won't do. So let's say now if Donna wants to use this continuously, what she does as a light for the house. I'll turn the light off in the room here. If Donna wants to use this as a light, like a like a light you would have on, I don't know, like a lamp. You can see the part and all the light coming up through the part there. It's really beautiful. But obviously the heaters don't like that, you see. But anyway, we're going to plug in the power supply here now. So we'll just pull it out. And we have the power supply sitting here. We're going to plug it in. So we wired this up earlier too. And basically what this does is means that the batteries will not be used, and the model will continuously run off the mains. So there you go, Donna. Model number 1 complete. I'm going to bring out the second one here just to show some of the genuine sitting on. This was the first model that I created. The second model here, I'm just going to get it. But the problem is, I have to remove... Do you know what I'll do here? I'll just go back. I'll just show it in the cabinet. So there's the second model. Okay. So that is the mother-daughter theme. So that was for Donna too. It is for Donna. It's Donna's. So that is the mother with the handbag, and that's the daughter. And then you've got a wishing well with the hearts coming up through it. I designed all these and made them myself. Obviously, so it didn't come out of the printer looking like this. You have to put a lot of effort into them. So that's why they're so different. So you can see here the fish, the way I've got them glued on to the model in such a way that they're just tipping the top of the water. See the wee, like a wee bubble. So we're all complete anyway. So I'm going to wrap this live stream up, people. A wee short one here. I'm just going to flip her over the body without breaking the models off it. What do we see here? We put the phone on the stand a minute. I'll turn the light off for the people just jumped on there. And what I can do is I can control the level of light. Like that. You can see the fish better now when the brightness is off of the camera there. So, one for the genuine and a one for the haters. So, thanks for watching everyone. I'm just going to do a wee quick turn over the body here. So the stainless plate really does, never worry about them fish. The stainless plate really does set the whole thing off. Against that, what would you call it, like a teal green or something? Aqua green or aqua blue. I'll put her back up on her end and I'm going to go and get washed. So I don't know what sort of fish they are. Them fish in there look like big salmon or something in the bucket. These fish look like tropical fish. But anyway, this is all hand painted, by the way, all is white. So that's it, everyone. My day is over. I'm going to do another project. Go back to this here. Look for anybody that's on there is interested in e-bike. Come back to this maybe tomorrow when I get time. We've got oh, there's the place for the other one, by the way. So that one is complete. That used to be a brushed finish stainless plate. Believe it or not, it wasn't a mirror plate originally. And it's double polished this side too. It's by me out in the yard. So we've got, I don't know, 60 cells, 50 cells left for the e-bike build. There's lots of interesting projects coming very soon, including this dodecahedron that I've designed. This is going to be all purged, TIG welded. It's going to be done in a way that it's going to be immaculate, like nothing else. Again. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll just keep this phone on the stand a wee minute here. I'll turn this around. So, running on the power supply, there's the level of light we have. And if I run on the battery pack, let's say that Donna wants to take this to a coffee table in the middle of the room. Well, there's the level of brightness you have with the battery pack on the batteries. I don't know, them batteries are not a great make, the ones come in the torch. But it's not that they're not a great make. The energy level might be the same, might be low. So that's running off the batteries. High setting, low setting, flashing red, high setting, low setting, flashing red, and then we'll turn the light on. And I'll just flick it over again to show the different brightness running off the power supply. So I could probably safely turn that up to 5 volts for an extra half a volt, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to leave it as it is, right? So here we go. So you can see the different, how bright it is there, much brighter running off the power supply. So if I was to measure the pack's measuring 4.6 and the power supply is measuring 4.5, but when you put the load on the pack, it obviously drops away down, but the power supply doesn't. Okay, so that's it, everyone. What I'm going to do in the future for Donna is I'm going to make an extension cable off this power supply. So basically it's going to be split into two, and then I can have this other model, this one, running maybe about a meter away from this one, running off the same power supply. That's rated 2.1 amps. This is pulling half an amp or a wee bit less. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'm away on here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's it. Also, thanks to the haters for watching. And also, thanks to the genuine. Goodbye. Lovely dress. Forgot to mention, look at the fish in the end of the rod. It's a big 15-pounder. Real fishing line. Bye, everyone.